Alright, YouTube. Last video, I talked about the range, better ways to improve, how to do it quickly, how to whiff less, how to be more consistent, how to kind of push your limits a little bit and increase some of that gameplay instead of just playing, ranked or kind of whatever else or an aim trainer. This time, we're going to discuss how to improve even more, but on Deathmatch, and how to do it efficiently, because we don't want to improve slowly. We don't want to take our time. We want to find ways to do it quickly. Nobody wants to improve slow. They want it. They want it now. They want to be fast. So a few things I'm going to discuss about Deathmatch. One, we don't care about headshots. We don't care about the movement. We don't care about your, how you're playing or special 1v1s or, we're not focused on these like little things. How specific your gun control is. Two main things that we wanted to figure out: how quickly we can take fights, because the more fights we take, the more we're going to improve. If you're not taking fights, you don't get to practice. You need to find people, shoot people. And we want a lot of people to come to us. You want to make a lot of noise. No point in walking. No point in taking our time. Run around, put yourself in difficult positions. Play complex scenarios. Play in ways you wouldn't be playing in Deathmatch. That's going to be number two, is play ways that you haven't played. Do things that are uncomfortable. If you do things that you've done before, you're not going to learn. I think I've said this in another video before, but you're not going to learn if you're doing the same things over and over and over and over. If you play Deathmatch the same way on every map, you're not going to learn from it. We want to make the situations complicated. We don't want basic 1v1s. We don't want to be, taking easy fights. We don't want to sit in a corner or, you want to move around a lot. You want to get between a lot of players. We want to make it difficult. So, before this, I played the range, did exactly what I did in my last video. I'll show a few clips of some pre-practice before I hop in here. I also saw some other questions on in the range about why you're not using a sheriff or a guardian, and the reason why is because we want to learn that gun control. We don't want to make easy one taps easy. You want to be learning your gun control. You don't want just to make it easy on yourself. And using a guardian or deagle makes it pretty easy. But if you're spraying, or if your spray control is bad, or you're causing yourself to spray bad, that's exactly how you're going to be playing in game. So it's something that we want to prevent. And I saw a lot of people questioning why you wouldn't do that. And if you're going to be practicing with a guardian or a deagle in the range only, why wouldn't you just play ranked only with a guardian or a deagle? So it doesn't make much sense for practice. It's not logical. Use the weapons that you're going to use to practice with. Also, using a ghost in the range is pretty good as well. For this deathmatch, I'm going to try to play live and explain to you guys what's going on, my thought process, the reason why I'm taking some gunfights, or maybe some decision making on how I might move around, and also how to increase your win rate on deathmatch, which of course is, getting more kills and dying less. But again, you have to take more fights, find more players. If you don't find enough players to win the game, then how can you win the game? So we're going to be going over some of that. Yep.
Match found.
Alright, so in the deathmatch, free round here. Every idea, I'm just going to be throwing it at you guys. I've done this with coaching a bit on how to, learn map control. But you notice I'll, hold a lot of the edges, constantly re-switching my angles. And most of it's going to be a lot of holding angles, Hold an angle, shoot a person. Hold the next angle, move around. I'm not going to tunnel vision a lot. Usually it's going to be a lot of moving around and playing kind of in the middle of sites.
Fight with me.
Trying to get, again, those those complex gunfights. I'll probably throw some other deathmatch gameplay in here without commentary, but yeah, I'm just gonna run around, hold my angles, try to get my one taps, get some clean kills. We don't want complicated fights. We want it to be simple. You know, it's like kill somebody, instantly the next angle. Okay, hold this angle, he might peek me. Free kill. Next angle. I do know all the spawns for everything, so that's a bit of an advantage if you don't know them. So I tried taking that fight. I'm gonna switch up the fight. I want it to be harder. I'm gonna go back to this fight here. Try to fight somebody else, and then go back to this guy. Didn't get the kill. That's all right. But yeah, constantly, I'm just trying to fight lots of different people. So just like in game, if you have lots of people coming at you, you're fighting a lot, you know, you're trying to win some clutches, you're gonna have a lot of people to shoot at. You're gonna have to play a lot of different angles. It's gonna be complicated. It's not an easy thing to do. And this is simply a much better way of supporting being able to deal with many people. Like if I'm right here, I'm gonna throw myself in the middle of A. Might be people heaven, might be people short. I'm gonna try to, you know, get in the middle of all that. Like this guy, next fight. Knife out. Anything we can to be efficient, next fight. Put another one A short, that's the closest guy. He's running away, I'm not gonna go for him. Next guy. Constantly just next fight, next angle. One holding me here. Try to get this kill, maybe he'll peek me wide. Get easy one tap. I also have a good knowledge of how people are gonna peek. And making sure you hold angles based on that is very important. So I'm gonna drop down. Try to get this fight. He's pretty far away, so I'm just gonna straight run at him. Doesn't work out. Look like he's taking some hard fights too, some fights he didn't expect. They shoot this guy a little bit. What's he doing? Interesting. I thought I'd get that kill there. And you know, if you die, it's fine. If you die with your knife out, it's fine. But like, look at spawn in, immediately get some fights. We want to get to people very quickly. So this guy might be here fighting A. Try to fight this next guy. Next fight. Don't waste any time. Constantly action. Again, less time we have not shooting, the less practice we're gonna get.
Kill confirmed.
And also, if people aren't looking at you, don't bother moving around. It just makes it more complicated. Like right there, I saw that Omen was probably gonna kill that Jet, so I gave up on the Jet fight. He wasn't killing me, he was whiffing. Not worth the fight. Go to the next guy. Sometimes the more important target is who you want to shoot at, you know, some target prioritization. Which one do we want to pick? Honestly, I thought that guy dropped, so I didn't aim at him. Guy's not peeking me. Hold the angle. Next fight. And you see I'm tracking the edge, a lot of edge tracking. If you track the edge of every wall, there's guaranteed one moment where your crosshair is on the player. Guaranteed. And then you don't have to, you know, worry about aiming so much. This is that crosshair placement knowledge that's so important. A lot of people just worry about head level. I'm not too worried about head level that much. I'm more worried about if my crosshair is going to be in the position where an enemy is going to be. Kill that guy. Next fight. I heard some shooting over here. We're going to get to it. Some guy over here. We're going to get to the fight. One is shooting long. Heard one jumping garage. I was probably going to go for him if I got that kill. But yeah, constantly more fights, more fights. Oh, that guy below me killed me. You see, just constant fights. Lots and lots of getting in between a lot of players.
Okay.
Interesting.
5 kills remaining.
Like I didn't commit to that Jet. I saw an easy kill on the Sage. Had a feeling he'd be going for the other guy. Go back to this one.
4 down.
And we can see the deathmatch is basically already over. Yeah, so this first deathmatch I'm gonna leave uncut, and the next deathmatch I'm probably gonna be kind of between kills, so you don't have to watch me, you know, run around. But as you can see, easy deathmatch, ended it in like 5 minutes.
Pack your bags.
Not too complicated.
Tally your kills.
See you in the next deathmatch. Next deathmatch, we got some split. Again, same ideas. Find a lot of people. Keep a lot of people. Hold the edges. I said have heavy focus on complicated fights, taking a lot of people at once. Because when the fight's complicated and, you know, you're not able to deal with them all, and you practice it more and more and you learn how to fight more players at once, the reactions to, you know, getting faster TTK, or, you know, not having too tough of a time dealing with multiple players will come to you. For instance, that like those clean headshots, or making sure that your gun control's right. So obviously, if you're whiffing or your gun control's bad, then you're not gonna be able to win those fights. So, gotta get over this corner. It didn't happen. And I don't have too much concern on losing some fights because, you know, it's just deathmatch. We don't have any consequence for losing. Yeah, here, next fight. Gotta go for this guy next. Next target's over here. Heard him spawn. More here as well. I've also seen a lot of talk on people worrying about like audio whoring and worrying about like using your audio too much. I don't know why anybody would think using your audio in attack FPS is like bad, but it's literally like the entire point, like all part of the practice. So, especially when you're making your decision making and like where to aim and all that. Low whiff. You can see I've already found 18 people, and most of these guys don't even have 18, you know, don't even have like nearly that many people like spotted. But yeah, next guy, next guy. This guy's not looking at me. I'm gonna run toward him. He's a little bit down. Next fight. There's one here. I'm at a bad angle. He turned. Didn't expect to be fighting me. Thought he'd fight sight there. Yeah, with the fight, not too bad. I could have swung better, shake less, take my time on that shot. So every death, I just constantly consider how I can win a different fight. You know, how could I have played differently to get that kill? Like right there, I could have played even wider on the angle, had more confidence in my hold, instead of playing on like a pixel angle where I was shooting the wall. So immediately, every single time I die, I'm considering what am I gonna do different? How can we fix that mistake? How can we not whip next time? Oh, unlucky for the guy behind him. So like that guy, he wasn't killing me. The deadlock was aimed at him, so I figured probably go for the deadlock. More important target. So this guy next fight. I heard them jump up. Didn't get the kill. He went in sewers spawn, but yeah, he gets a hold on me. Maybe I could have jiggle peeked that first. He already knew I was there ahead of time. He had a lot of time to prepare to hold the angle on me. So maybe I could play the peek differently. Sometimes a lot of people just peek and instant die, and they're like, why am I just dying so fast? I just peek and die and peek and die. It may have to do with how you're pre-peeking or the way you like pre-take a fight. Something to consider when you're playing against so many different people. Guy's not gonna peek me and spawn. We're gonna try to run over here. Stop. Gonna peek me? Probably go for this next fight. See, I'm trying to make it very complicated. I want to try to go for other people while this guy's holding the angle on me, and we really want to reduce as much time as possible and, you know, trying to get practice in. I'm gonna try to jiggle peek this guy, peek a different way. Thought I'd kill him. Apparently not. But you can see when I'm jiggle peeking around, or I ruin people's gun control, and you know that takes for them time to readjust their aim. It gives me a lot of time to, you know, how to clean a shot. Pretty rough spawn here. Just gonna run out. He's gonna peek me. I went to the right there to make him swing a little wider, so when I peek him, he's got less cover.
Dominating.
Maybe that'd be a discussion for how to manipulate somebody's movement. That would be an interesting video to make. Movement manipulation is a fun topic. And in peak theory. Oh, I guess somebody recognizing me. Somebody in chat asked, aimbot on neon YouTuber? You guys are running from me? Oh.
One kill remaining.
You know, another easy deathmatch. And it's pretty quick, not too bad. We got a lot of recognition there. You guys in the comments can feel free to go ham about what you think. Maybe some things that I should have mentioned that I did not. But yeah, most of this stuff is going to come with time, just playing a lot, being able to hold your angles better, how to take fights, where to pre-aim for a lot of players, and really how to again, manipulate your targets to do what you want them to do. Peek a certain way, be in a certain position, have an advantageous fight. Fight in ways that give you an advantage. And of course, you know, if you just play 1v1s, that's really easy, then you may have an advantage, but you're not going to learn very much. So, get an advantage and make it hard on yourself. Now, even in warm-up, you know, it's still practice. I'm still going to run around, try my best. You know, even if it's just going to reset. Just more kills I can get considering I, you know, waited for Q, and, you know, we're already in the deathmatch, right?
For the enemy to suffer, kill them fast. Fight! Ut for tur, alltid sur.
Guys running away. Go for this fight. Maybe this one next. Phoenix full ran, so I'm gonna go for this guy because like he's closest. Go to the next one. Oh, bad drop there. Probably could have killed that Phoenix a little sooner. Would have had time on the ways. People behind me that are running. We're gonna try to hold this guy because he really wants to fight. Probably could have went to the Solo first if Viper wasn't looking at me, but I did want that Viper kill before he ran away. Can't get that guy. He dies in front of me too. Player behind me. Like stuff like that. Like how do I, you know, die less in the back? Just turn around more. If you believe a player could be there, assume they can be. Assume there will be one. Let's fight this guy out in main first. And then try to fight this guy in spawn. I'm gonna mess with this guy, get a little closer on the angle. Try to switch it up. I don't want to just peek the same thing every single time, because it's gonna make it a lot easier for him to deal with me. Pretty nice angle there for head glitches if you guys ever want to try that. Not shot on the Cypher. I probably should have played on the wall a little bit better there. Made him peek out a little wider. Yeah, like I heard that guy close. I probably could have backed up. Waited for him to make a move. I'm gonna back up here and switch the angle up on this guy. I'm gonna switch it up again. Every time you get a little closer, a little farther, the angle switches, so they have to aim a little different, aim a little higher or lower. You can really mess up somebody's aim. Like if I'm gonna peek this guy really close right here like this, I could back up and then re-peek him, and it's gonna give me just a bit of a boost to how I'm gonna fight somebody. You don't need to commit every fight. You know, I'm not immediately committing every fight that I see. Give myself a lot of time to reposition and try to win something. Didn't get this guy. Guy's not fighting me yet. Knew he would. It was the next player up here. They peek at the same time, makes it a little hard. Sometimes stuff like that just happens, you know? We're not gonna fight this Euro. Let's fight this guy first and then go back to the Euro. Do this guy next. I should have backed off of the Astra immediately as I whiffed, and I probably should have fought the guy's stairs. Again, even though it's a little complex and there's a lot of people fighting at the same time, or a lot of people that could peek me, we can still make, you know, split second decision making to kind of deal with how it's going. Or like when multiple people peek you at once, find a way to deal with that. And at least. Pretty far here, we're gonna try to run to in the middle of that. One guy's up top. Get a nice fight there. And one on the left, he made no noise. You see right there, he backed up to try to switch up the fight. I had a feeling he'd probably be doing something like that. An amazing fight. I'm gonna get closer so I can try to get out more. Not positioning for me against that Phoenix. He definitely has the advantage in that fight. I'm peeking him. There was somebody here a second ago, but I'm not sure what happened to them. Looks like they died. There's somebody else here. Lucky spawning for the Viper. One's front B. I'm just gonna give it to that guy. I'm just whipping like crazy. Happens. 2v1 there. The guy's not gonna fight me. We'll try to fight him first. Interesting.
One kill remaining.
As you can see, it's another third deathmatch win in a row. Not too much problem. People started locking in for this deathmatch, but of course we win it. If you guys have any other questions on how to play, what we can do to improve, you know, how you can do some stuff differently. Again, I don't recommend Guardian or Sheriff for any of these. I would recommend playing the weapon that you're gonna be trying to play with best, as it's gonna lead to, you know, a lot more better practice. But yeah, complicated fights, and put yourself in positions that you wouldn't normally be in. Reset fights. Don't just commit to everything. Don't just swing. You know, play like how you try to be playing. It's attack FPS. You don't want to just run out there. You know, it ain't Overwatch. You got no heals. You're not coming back. Peace out. Hope you guys learned something.